I'm Josh, and I've spent most of my life chasing performance. I've got a first in maths, I'm a qualified actuary, and I work at one of the largest asset owners in the world. So I did well at school, got my dream job, and started to live the life that I thought would make me happy. But it wasn't working. I was burnt out, injured, and miserable. That's when I realised success in the real world wasn't about effort anymore. It's about the system you operate in. And once I changed my system, I changed my life. This is the system that changed everything for me. And if you're stuck, this might be the lens that changes everything for you too. So I thought working hard and being smarter was the answer. I ticked every box: high grades, professional exams, professional qualifications. But then it all started to fall apart. I started to fail exams. I missed a promotion. I had various injuries. I was breaking bones left, right, and centre. I started to gain a lot of weight. I was doing everything right, but then things started to go completely wrong. I was burnt out, confused, and exhausted. All of the effort I was putting in wasn't leading to reward. That disconnect became the obsession that changed my life. I was what you would describe as high agency. I don't have a problem with doing stuff. I don't have a problem with motivation, but it just wasn't leading to the outcomes that I wanted. And part of that was because I had absolutely no leverage. I was efficient, but I wasn't effective. And I was constantly reacting. I was clinging to what worked until it crashed. So it wasn't sustainable. It wasn't a willpower issue. It was a misalignment issue. I was chasing progress without sustainability. I was achieving but not thriving. And I was winning lots of tiny battles, perhaps a small battle over a year, but I wasn't winning my life. The shift came from an unexpected place: cycling. Cycling gave me structure, feedback, progression, everything that I was craving and missing from my day-to-day life. It worked with my biology, not against it. I was given very structured systems that I knew if I just showed up and executed the system, that I would get to the result I wanted. It caused me to recognize that I'm a biological system, I'm not a machine. And that insight gave me the control I needed. So I turned to systems theory, evolutionary biology, and essentially started devouring content on how the world worked so that I could get a better understanding of the systems I needed to take back control of my life. I started to experiment with protocols like fasting, barefoot walking, and cold plunging. I think my background helped here. As an actuary, researcher, and investor, I'm required to go deep on topics and find out what makes them really tick. And this made me realize I didn't need more motivation, I didn't need more force, I didn't need more willpower. I needed better system design. So I stopped relying on willpower and started to build better systems that align with how I'm wired, compound over time, and evolve when ruptures occur. So my core 6 principles are design over willpower, which is essentially infrastructure over hustle. Sustainable systems, so I want it to last a long time and have the ability to adapt. I want it to follow this process, which is learn, so understand the system as much as possible from books, data, lived experience. I then want to design the system or influence it as much as possible. I then want to test it because I want 3D learning, not just 2D learning. I then adjust based on the feedback, so I track feedback over time and adjust as I go. The philosophy is high performance, but without the self-destruction. And the outcome is clear, calm progress that compounds over time. So since designing the system, I've applied it absolutely everywhere: in my health, in my personal development, in my career, and in my relationships. And every single time I ask the same 4 questions. Where am I going? What's the system? i.e. input, process, output. Is it working? So assessing feedback. And then finally, is it sustainable? When I got honest with myself, I realized I was distracting myself from what I really wanted. I was putting my head in the sand and didn't really show up for myself. I didn't just want balance. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to do well at work. And I wanted wonderful relationships with my friends and family. But I was constantly distracting myself with busyness and hobbies, which would take over my obsessions and actually my daily life. When I aligned my systems to what I really wanted, that's when things started to really change. Progress became real and it started to compound over time. If you're stuck, it might not be your fault. It might just be a system. Don't push harder, design better, and build a system that helps you win without losing yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to check out more from me.